We are back, and yeah, I switched it up. I called it audible. It is an Outcast weekend here on Laying Down the Law, and I just cannot wait for this divisional matchup. The Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Football Giants today, this afternoon, the second game on Fox. And we bring in my former teammate, Super Bowl champion, and now director of pro personnel for the Dallas Cowboys, our Cowboys Insider, Judd Garrett. Judd, welcome back to Laying Down the Law.
How you guys doing?
Man, we're doing well. We got a whole bunch of things going on. I'm riding with Spencer Conley. Jeff Blake is out watching his daughter play college volleyball. The athletic attorney, Ryan Willett, has a basketball event, so he's doing his thing. And Rod Chico Tanner is in the middle of a soccer game. He just called in last hour. So we're moving forward, and that means the New York Football Giants this Sunday, this afternoon. 5-1 is the Dallas Cowboys, and a really good start to this 2014 season.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been surprising. You know, we had some big wins against New Orleans and obviously against Seattle, and you know, we've been running the ball really well, and that's been doing a great job of, you know, protecting our defense and taking some pressure off of Romo, and you know, hopefully we can keep it up this week.
Absolutely, Judd. You're home. You're playing against a team that, you know, I don't know if we call them Jekyll Hyde. Sometimes, you know, they look like they're world beaters and they go in and knock out the Redskins, and then sometimes they look like, you know, do they really want to be here? Or, you know, maybe they didn't take time out to get the game plan for the weekend. But nonetheless, they are a division foe, and they're 3-3, and so they're at 500, and they can be 4-3 after this game if the Cowboys aren't careful.
Exactly. I mean, you know, you're looking at them. If you just go off of last week, the Philadelphia game, then, you know, you don't have a great feel about that team. But the three games before, they won 3 in a row. They looked really good. The defense played well. You know, and looking at it, you know, I think Eli Manning's having one of his better years. He's changed the way he's played. I mean, historically, he's a guy that's a little bit feast or famine. He's a real streaky type quarterback. He can put the team on his shoulders and win the game for you, but he also can give the game away as well. That's been his history. You look at him this year, and he's playing a little bit more methodical. He's playing more consistently. He's not taking as many chances with the ball. He's finding his checkdowns as opposed to pushing the ball into a tight situation. So it's going to be a good game. The one thing I know, Tom Coughlin, you know, regardless of what the score was last week, he's going to have his guys ready. You know, obviously the Cowboys-Giants, the rivalry is huge. Everyone understands that. So, you know, this is not going to be an easy game for us. It's not going to be an easy game for them. And I think it's going to be a real exciting game, and hopefully we can pull it out.
We're talking with Judd Garrett, former Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys and current director of pro personnel, our Cowboys Insider here on Laying Down the Law. Yeah, you know, let's talk about the Cowboys, and, you know, let's go to what I think, as much as you and I are offensive guys, the defense of the Dallas Cowboys really coming into a very solid unit in the NFL.
Yeah, I think the addition of Rolando McClain has been really big for us. You know, it was devastating to lose Sean Lee, the guy in the middle. If you remember last year, the times when we really had bad games defensively, Sean was out. There was a big hole in the middle, and getting a guy like McClain in there and the way he's playing and how physical he is, how tough he is, and he's got great instincts, and he really solidifies that group. And around him, we got a lot of good players. There's not big-name guys who are going to go to Pro Bowls, but we just got a bunch of just good, solid players. And, you know, what Rod Marinelli's done, what the coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball has done is that they really emphasize, you know, technique. They really emphasize playing smart. You know, guys are always in the right gap defending the run. They're always dropping to the right zone and pass, you know, versus the pass. And they're just playing that real fundamentally sound defense. They're playing hard. They're playing fast. And it's just showing up, with the way we've been playing and the way we've been getting stops when we need to. And let's hope it keeps up today.
Let me ask you this, because you do have something that no one else has in Valley Ranch. You have the relationship with head coach Jason Garrett. How, at this point, and I know him too pretty well, but not as well as you, how is his demeanor and how is his thought process coming along now during this season?
Well, the one thing that I've always known about Jason, and it's come out, as he's been the head coach of the Cowboys, is that the demeanor doesn't change very much. If we win by 10, lose by 10, tie game, played well, played poorly, he approaches the thing the same way. It's the same, it's a very, his approach to the whole thing is very academic, very intellectual. He's going to break things down. He's going to study it. He's going to point out where things went bad. He's going to, he's going to emphasize the things that went good, and we're going to build off of that. And he does that whether we win or lose. So, if we were 1-5 as opposed to 5-1, his demeanor is probably not going to change very much. He understands. It's easy in this league, and it's easy in the Dallas market, to have extreme highs and extreme lows. Coming into this season, you listen to all the pundits, and no one was saying that we were going to, have an 8-8 record. And now some people are saying we're the second best team in the league, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And you can't buy into they suck or they're going to the Super Bowl mentality. You have to kind of keep that even keel, keep working, keep fighting every day, keep trying to get better every day. And that's what he tries to emphasize with the players, and that's the demeanor that he, emits every day when he's in the building.
Excellent. Well, we're talking with Judd Garrett, our Cowboys Insider. And Judd, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and now I always have worn my camp stuff because we get the opportunity to coach every summer, or a Cowboys cap. And I told people that any intramural sport that Jason or Judd and we played at school, we never lost. We were always intramural champions. And people kind of looked at, and I said, well, what did you expect? I said, you see on a national stage Jason and having to count on other people and kind of condition them to his way. But I said, when he does it, he's always, for the most part, come out on top. And we never lost an intramural championship. I remember the time when we did it against the guys in wiffle ball, and they thought that they had that game down, that they could make the ball move and dip. And I remember doing that, Judd, and I think we may have shut them out. But it's just that you're right. We've never been off even keel. We play to have fun, but we never play for fun, and it's always for keeps. And I've been around your family at Mama Beach and worked out and practice. Everybody keeps score of who does what, how many wins versus losses. And when that mentality can now permeate through a team that Jason has helped build, especially an offensive line, you're seeing some good things happen.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. And you hit it right on the head. You have to be competitive in everything that you do. You have to try to put your best foot forward in everything that you do, regardless of the circumstance. And that's what he preaches to the players. You can't blow off Wednesday practice. Wednesday practice is as important as playing the game, and you have to take the same approach. And you have to be competitive, and you have to be prideful, and you have to put your best foot forward in everything that you do. And that's what he preaches, and hopefully it's resonating with the rest of the team.
You're going to have a substitute for Doug Free today. What's your thoughts about having an offensive lineman come in and continue along this tremendous effort of the rushing game for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, obviously Doug had been playing very well, and it's really hard when you lose a guy like that. Thank God it's only for 3 or 4 games. It's not for the season. But we got Jeremy Parnell. And if you remember a couple years ago, I think the end of 2012 season, Doug got hurt then, and Jeremy had to step in, and he played about 3 games, and he did a very good job. Obviously, he's not the player that Doug is, but he's one of the better swing tackles in the National Football League. We're lucky to have him, and we feel like he's going to go out there and do a fine job. And there shouldn't be that much of a step down between he and Doug. So obviously, the biggest thing that he's got to overcome. He's got the ability. He's very capable. The biggest thing he has to overcome is the fact that he hasn't had that many live game reps in a while, and there's going to be some rust that he's got to knock off. But I think once he gets into the game, he gets flown into the game, and has a few series under his belt, he should start playing, to a pretty good level.
Well, we look forward to this afternoon's game. He is our Cowboys Insider, Judd Garrett, former Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys and now director of pro personnel for them. Judd, thanks for your time. We certainly appreciate it. I always enjoy the conversations offline as well. And, next time you see Jason, of course, I'll leave him text, and I know he's busy. Please tell him we said hello. We appreciate him coming on every Monday afternoon with Jason Minix and Dat Win as well here on ESPN San Antonio. So appreciate it, man. Have a great weekend. Tell your family hello from us, and look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you, Judd.
Hi, Foss. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to take a break and come back with the Longhorns Insider, who won a tremendously exciting game last evening against the Iowa State Cyclones. The Sean Adams. Right here. We'll come back on Laying Down the Law.